So for the last couple of weeks, we've been rescaping the 12-gallon and creating the ultimate musical for your enjoyment. I just wanted people to take a look at it. Take a look! Take a look! Yeah! We'll be right back. Hello YouTube, this is pecktec and Clone Alpha, and today we are going to show you the rescape of the 12-gallon. Now this 12-gallon tank I've had for about 10 years and it was one of my favorite aquariums. It was really well balanced and it was really easy to maintain, but over time the nutrients in the soil just kind of degenerated. I mean, it was about 10 years of good growth before this thing really started to kind of go downhill. What kind of stuff did you have? I got it from some guy in Korea. It was off eBay, and like I said, a long time ago, much too long ago to remember exactly where it came from. Mystery eBay rocks, mysteries. Right. So anyway, the aquarium started to fall into decline, and I wanted to put brighter lights in there. So of course, yeah, we did the LED retrofit, and that made the lights real bright, but the plants weren't doing too well to begin with, so it sort of turned into an algae farm. Yeah, an algae farm. So yeah, so we decided just to strip it all the way down and redo it, and this is what we came up with. Well, it all starts here with the tank. I'm going to capture as many of the fish as I can. I'm putting the fish in one bucket. In the other bucket, I'm putting the large aquascaping elements, you know, like driftwood, and lots and lots of plants. A lot of the plants were kind of in bad shape, but I saved them all back anyway, just in case, including this really large assassin snail. So the fish are in one bucket, the plants in another bucket, and then the snails are in a little improvised case to give to my puffer later. I did try to capture everything I could, but some of these small shrimp were just really hard to find. Then to get the fish acclimated, I added water slowly from the 55 during the process and just kind of put this water into the bucket just to kind of get them used to the water parameters. I then recycled as much of the dirt as I could and actually put it in my pond. Then I siphoned it out and cleaned up the aquarium, and it's all ready to start again. I added this stuff as a base layer. I love to put this stuff down on the bottom, kind of like where dirt would be if you were doing a dirted tank. This stuff doesn't break down. You never need to replace it, unlike so many other substrates that you put in. This has lots and lots of great stuff for plants, and you never need to replace it. So I just kind of put that in. I made a nice little shelf so the back would be raised up just a little bit. Now I'm adding the aqua soil, and this is a great planting substrate. It's definitely more expensive, sort of the Cadillac of aquarium dirt. But I had this big bag and I hadn't had a chance to use it all, so I decided just to go ahead and put it on top. And I just kind of evened it out and made a nice little place to lay everything. Right here I'm going to add, this is kind of an odd little thing I'm doing, I'm going to add a little blue light, and I added this crystal egg that I found. Well, it's not crystal, it's actually glass. And this glass thing kind of looked like a dragon egg, and I thought it'd be neat to have it glowing in there. So once I decided where I wanted the wood to go, it was time to fill the aquarium with some water. This is a neat little trick I use to kind of keep the water from disturbing the dirt too bad. And then I'm going to start by trimming this dwarf 4-leaf clover. And what I'm doing here now is trimming the growth that would be above water and leaving all the underwater growth. You can tell in the 4-leaf clover which part's underwater growth because there are these little runners that only have 1 leaf and not 4. So I took all the little runners and I just kind of separated them from the main batch there. And I'm going to take all the immersed growth, all the stuff that's been growing underwater, and plant it. And some of the other stuff, it basically will just kind of rot away anyway, so I just kind of threw it out. I actually took some of it and put it in my pond. I threw a lot of the plants that I didn't know what to do with in the pond just to kind of see what it would do. Planting this stuff was pretty simple. Just kind of drag it one way and then drag it a little bit the other way, and make sure some of the little leaves are sticking above ground. This aqua soil is actually really easy to plant in. I'm told often by my viewers that I should trim the roots to kind of help with some growth, and I don't usually do that, but for this video I decided just to try it. So I'm cutting these roots about halfway, and then I just kind of grasp this in and just plug it right into the ground. Like I said, this soil was actually a lot easier to plant in than a lot of them, but it is really loose dirt. Not much there to hold on, but it seemed to take plants really well. This is an odd plant that likes a lot of light and CO2, which I'm planning to do with this tank, but I've never done it before. I wasn't really sure how to even plant it, so I just kind of stuck it in the back. This is just some plain gravel. I kind of like the color of it, and I wanted to use it to sort of break up this like constant black of the aqua soil, and to kind of fill in some gaps around my glass egg in the back. What I did, I use it sort of an advantageous way, both to hold some plants down and to distinguish kind of the background from the foreground. And what I did is I built it up mainly in the background, and then I added a little bit around the driftwood to sort of accent the shape of the driftwood and that sort of thing, and just sort of gradually blended it in here and there around the aquascape. I'm hoping that these plants really grow. They grow really slow in other aquariums, but this is the first aquarium where I'm going to have tons of light and a lot of CO2 to throw at it also. So I'm hoping that these carpet kind of nicely, or, you know, even if they do just a little bit more than they're doing now, I'll be happy, or stay alive. I'd be happy with that. The dwarf Sagittarius and stuff will eventually build up and kind of give like nice different areas and stuff in this tank. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. Here it is with the blue light glowing underneath the glass, and I think that that will make a really cool night light, and just another way to enjoy this aquarium at night when I'm going to bed. So there's the rescape. It's a little strange, it's a little fun, and I think it'll look good eventually. I wish I had enough plants to really fill it up to begin it, and right at the beginning. But what I'm going to do is sort of counteract some of the negative effects you can have just by not adding fish. I'm just not going to put any fish in this tank for a long time. I'm going to wait and let the plants really take control, and then I'm going to start adding fish and things like that. That way I think maybe I can avoid like over adding too much nutrition to the water. Nutrition? If that makes sense, you know. Too much nutrients. Too many nutrients, yes, create algae. And if I get an algae outbreak in there, it's going to be absolutely terrible to try and pick it out. So I'm going to go no fish, just plants, just to see how the plants do. Well, that way we can experiment some too. That's right. That's right. Now I can experiment with CO2 without worrying about really gassing anything. So, you know, that'll be cool. Now, of course, I'm starting off with Flourish Excel. Well, we can use Flourish Excel for like a month or so and then switch to DIY CO2 for the little kit we have. We do. We have a DIY set we haven't ever used. You want to try it? Okay. So maybe that'll be one of the next videos. We'll try DIY CO2 on here and see how that does. It's kind of a pain in the butt last time, so I didn't do it for very long. Last time I tried to use it. Plus, it almost killed a bunch of stuff. But if that's not an issue, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. We'll do that. So anyway, that's all the show I have for you today. Thank you for coming by, and I hope you come back. Remember to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back soon with more videos. Don't forget to follow your bliss. Absolutely. Have a great day.
Hey, Jay, I'm off to the airport.
Hey, sir, you guys leaving? Tailgate's going to a dude ranch for a week. Have a good time. I got your suitcase. Drive safe. Who is that? Oh, that's Remington Clone, I think. Drive safe, man. That should be. And we're here today. And that's why it's super, super important to always. You did turn off the ringer? I'm on call this weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. Support this, it's a shot. Oh, yeah. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Are you absolutely sure it's plugged in? I'm so gonna get fired. It works, it's fine. I know, but still, you can't just do that every time it works. Okay, you're welcome. Whatever.